Hi everyone and welcome to Blue Spoon Veggie. In this video I have 3 straightforward veggie dinners for you, all of which cost less than £5 for at least 4 servings. As well as taking advantage of some good offers that I found, I'll also be pulling out some prepped ingredients from the freezer to save time. If you're interested in tips for freezing lots of different foods, then you might like to watch my veggie freezer video, which is linked in the description box below. Please also click the subscribe button so you don't miss any future videos. Now let's get cooking. I'm going to start with a tasty butternut and paneer pilau. The total cost of this dish is £4.96. Full details of all the ingredients are in the description below. Although this takes a while to cook in the oven, the prep is quick, especially if you've already done some of the chopping, grating and juicing. For the pilau, I'm taking 8 of the ingredients from the freezer: butternut cubes, paneer, onion, butter, garlic, ginger, lemon and coriander. This just leaves basmati rice, stock, curry powder and cashews to add, plus a teaspoon of oil. If you find butter at a good price, then divide it into 10 pieces, so you know each portion is 25 grams, and freeze them. I only need 10 grams for this recipe, so I'll cut this cube roughly in half. Heat the butter and oil. The oil will stop the butter from burning. Then fry the onion and a couple of crushed garlic cloves. Some moisture may be released from frozen onions and garlic, but this will quickly evaporate and not cause a problem. Leave the onion and garlic to cook gently. Meanwhile, let's assemble the rest of the ingredients in a large baking dish. This is a whole frozen butternut squash, so I'm going to use half the cubes for this recipe. A whole pack of chopped paneer goes in. Sprinkle in the basmati rice. Add 2 tablespoons of curry powder, any type will work. Then the frozen ginger, coriander and lemon juice cubes. These equate to 40 grams grated ginger, a quarter of a pack of chopped coriander and a quarter of a lemon. Next, add the vegetable stock powder and 600 ml of boiling water. Give everything a gentle stir before adding the cooked onion and garlic, then mix those in too. Cover with foil and then bake at 180 degrees C, that's 350 Fahrenheit, for 45 minutes. One last thing to do while that's cooking is to chop some cashews and lightly brown them in a frying pan. After 45 minutes, remove the pilau from the oven. Carefully take off the foil and give it a little stir, then pop it back in the oven, uncovered, for another 10 minutes. Once it's ready, the rice will be fluffy and the paneer and butternut deliciously soft. Plate up the pilau and sprinkle with some of the toasted cashews. Let's move on now to what I'm rather whimsically calling a country pie. This is simply a variety of vegetables and haricot beans, baked in a shop-bought tomato sauce, topped with cheesy mashed potato. The cost of this hearty pie is £4.97. I'm taking 6 of the 8 ingredients from the freezer this time, which makes this a very speedy dinner to assemble. I've pulled these baked potatoes from the freezer to use them up, plus some home frozen green beans and grated cheese and butter. Use any mix of frozen veg you like. I'm using equal quantities of green beans, petit pois and sweet corn. It's easy to simply snap the green beans into smaller pieces for the pie. To the frozen ingredients, I'm adding a drained can of haricot beans, plus a jar of tomato and red wine pasta sauce. This already has herbs and garlic in it, so it saves me adding any flavourings. Let's start by making the cheesy mash topping for the pie. Weigh out 50 grams of the hard cheese. This is Ayrshire cheese, a mild variety from the southwest of Scotland. Cut open the potatoes. These are still slightly frozen, but that doesn't matter. Spoon out the potato flesh into the same bowl as the cheese. Melt the butter and pour into the cheesy potato mix. Mash everything together, then give it a stir. To make the tomato filling, simply mix together the beans, frozen veg and the jar of sauce. Tip the tomatoey mixture into a large oven dish and spread out evenly. I realise I didn't season the mash, so I'll stir in some salt and pepper before using it to top the oven dish. Once you've spread out all the topping, lightly fork in different directions to give a crispier texture. Then bake for 45 minutes at 180 degrees C. This really is an entire meal in a dish, and you can choose whatever beans, veggies and sauce you like to mix things up. Time now for the final £5 dinner, and it's my favourite of the three. This generous cheese and spinach macaroni bake costs £4.58 to make. See the description box below for details of the ingredients. Once again, I'm taking some prepped ingredients from the freezer, this time some grated double Gloucester cheese, portioned out butter, chopped leeks and crushed garlic. I will regret handling that garlic later. When it comes to keeping track of quantities when cooking with frozen vegetables, unless I freeze just one item, I'll write the number on the bag and amend it when I use some. Handily, these leeks weighed around 300 grams, so dividing them back into single leeks would be easy if you wanted to be precise. The other ingredients for the macaroni are some milk, mustard, plain flour, fresh spinach, and the macaroni. I like this Marshall's brand, which is apparently Scotland's favourite pasta, so what choice do I have? According to the pack, these spinach leaves being unwashed makes them stay fresher, so I'm going to start by giving them a rinse and a quick spin dry. Add 25 grams of butter to a teaspoon of oil in a large pan and heat those up. Weigh out the macaroni ready to put on to boil in a few minutes. Once the oil is hot, add 2 crushed garlic cloves and 1 chopped leek, then fry until soft. As with the onion, a little water may appear, but it will quickly evaporate away. Put the macaroni on to boil. It will take around 9 minutes, but double check your own pack. Tip the flour into the buttery leek and stir it in. Let it cook gently for 2 minutes, and then we're ready to gradually add the milk, a little at a time. The floury leek mix will slowly absorb each pour of milk until you have a creamy sauce. Add in some pepper. For some reason I forgot salt at this stage, and the mustard. Turn off the heat, then add the forgotten salt. In goes 3/4 of the cheese. Save the last quarter for later. Stir that in and let the sauce sit for a moment while you finish off the pasta and the spinach. To cook the spinach, just add it to the macaroni pan for the final minute and it will wilt down. Drain the pasta pan and add that to the cheese sauce. Stir everything together well. Then carefully transfer to an oven dish and bake for 20 minutes at 180 degrees C, that's 350 Fahrenheit. After 20 minutes, sprinkle over the final quarter of the cheese and pop back into the oven for another 5 minutes to give a lovely melty cheese topping. And serve! This bake gives the most servings of the 3 dishes, especially if you add a salad or garlic bread. Thanks for watching. If you aren't already subscribed, please click the subscribe button below, and I hope you'll come back soon for more recipes from Blue Spoon Veggie.